For me to make another random ass video, but I think you guys would actually enjoy this one a little bit more because yesterday was the first time in like 5 years that I've been to a church, and it was a Bible study service with one of my friends, and I actually felt like it was relevant. I needed to be there, and I got what I had wanted. For the last couple of weeks, I felt like something was missing. So to me, I'm like, my love life is excellent. I have a good family. Like, everything is in tune. So for me to feel this emptiness, I felt like I should actually try to go back into church. So now I'm in a different mindset. I'm 23, so I'm actually able to be receptive of what I'm receiving and, just kind of understanding things a little bit better and also being more mature. I didn't feel like I was being forced to go inside of a church. I didn't feel like the religion was being forced on me. Like, it was my decision. So that was great. So I don't know how to pronounce what book it was in. Zachariah. Anyways, chapter 4, verses 9 and 10 is what the bishop was covering. And here are some of the keynotes that I had gotten. The first one is, matter of fact, let me go to my Facebook post because my Facebook post basically narrowed it down. I said, last night was the first time in almost 5 years I stepped into church. It was a Bible study that felt like Sunday worship. Here are a few things that stuck with me that I thought I'd share. You can't preach to who you don't love. That is basically self-explanatory, and I felt like it's for all of the pastors and the people in the church who have so much to say about homosexuality instead of just loving each other. That's what that came to me as. Love is love, so do not be a hypocrite. A second key point was everything isn't always the devil. It's also me. Which is pretty self-explanatory, but I elaborated anyways, and I said, stop thinking homosexuality is the devil. Stop thinking that everything and everyone you disagree with is the devil, because sometimes you have to take a step back and observe your role into everything. You guys are stopping yourself from being blessed because you refuse to love people or things you disagree with the most, which ties into pay attention to the things you can't take because that's what's going to help you in the long run. Destiny is what you're praying for God, but duty is what you have right now. So it's okay to see the big picture in the long run, but don't lose sight of what should be in your focus right now that's in your present, because it's the work that's in the middle that shapes you or molds you. And then lastly, one of the 5 points that he pulled from the scripture was don't pray for more if what you have right now is sinking you. And I took that to heart because you guys know I do a lot of stuff. Like, I'm acting, I'm modeling, filming, I'm doing track, I'm doing bobsled, I'm doing so much stuff. And so for me, it's just like, there's so many opportunities that I can keep accepting and like, yeah, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. But low key, it's like, man, I don't have time to just chill. And it's to the point where, for me, chilling is a waste of time. If I'm laying in the bed all day, it's a waste of time because there's so much stuff that I could be doing. But I mean, I can take that and go into different branches, but I'm not. So a couple of the other quotes that I didn't say in my Facebook post was, and when I was talking about everything isn't always the devil, is also me, it's basically like, what's the bigger picture that he wants you to learn from here? And basically, your life is the seed, because what they talked about in church is basically like everybody's saying that God is supposed to make your life easier when really he's just trying to help you get to where you need to go, and that this is just the beginning. As for like, he's going to put you through tough situations just to help you get out of it. So he's going to, like my parents or whatever, I can use them as an example, which I didn't think about until just now. My parents were, against homosexuality. You guys seen the Storytime video, and I talked about my coming out story and kind of how I was treated. So that was kind of an obstacle that they had to go through, because it's just like, well, I'm going to put this individual in your life, and we're going to see how you react to that, like how you come from it. So they did what they should have done, which is learn how to love me and just accept me for who I am and stuff like that. But I feel like everybody in society gets tested in those ways as well, because you guys know I'm very passionate about, just loving everybody as who they are, what they are, and all of that. And that doesn't matter. Love is love. So that's really why I tie a lot of things to homosexuality, because that's what I feel like most people are offended by from me. I'm a great person. You feel me? I'm not trying to, pat myself on the back or, round of applause for myself. But it's just like, I think I'm an awesome person. I really don't judge people. I try to give help to anybody that I can. I try to love everybody. So the fact that I'm just gay or a lesbian and stuff like that is kind of like, how is that the only reason why you decide to neglect me or whatever you want to say? So anyways, your life is the seed. Opportunities are attracted to individuals who are confident. What's your confidence level right now? Nothing is a waste. Everything moves me to my purpose. And you guys know I've been saying that for years. None of my relationships in the past were a waste of my time, because I've taken something from each relationship to get me to where I'm at. So that's kind of cool. You cannot preach to who you don't love. If you cannot serve, you cannot minister. If you're doing what you need to do and doing your duty, you don't need people encouraging you. And you can't just walk by something and figure that someone else or the next person is going to do it, because you are the next person. So I took that as far as like homelessness and people, always neglecting those that are in need and just stuff like that. It's someone else's problem. No, it's not someone else's problem. You can also take responsibility and resolve the issue yourself. And then paying attention to what you're learning right now. The 5 key points that he pulled from, I think, verse 10 was, choose to surround yourself with those who honor your small place and encourage you to greater things. That was 1. 2, greatness has little to do with where you are and more to do with how you honor where you are. Okay? 3, recognize the potential of small places. Don't be so quick to dismiss the small things in your life and the small places that you are. An example he gave was balloons start off small, and the more you put into it, the more you build into it, it starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So that was that. And then 4, your potential greatness is confronted through how you handle opposition. When things are small, true greatness is tested through small places, and small places are kind of like the small little things in life that you don't feel like is necessary or relevant are actually relevant. And then don't pray for more with what you have right now sinking you. And then number 5, increase where you are. Basically outgrow where you are and master the small places. There's no need to stop the growing process of your dreams until you get there. So for me, that's just like, I'm in a small place, Queen's University. I'm going to take advantage of that, I'm going to take advantage of the coaching staff, and then I have to outgrow where I am in this program before I try to move on and do something else. Because you guys know I've been talking about going to Colorado or moving to LA just to train for track and bobsled and stuff like that. But that is when I've truly outgrown Charlotte. Master the season you're in now, and the next season will handle itself. So those are the notes that I've taken. I literally emailed it to myself because it was a last-minute decision. I don't have like a cute notebook. I hate writing notes. I like typing notes. So I wrote all my notes on my phone and emailed it to myself. But hopefully you guys have learned or taken something from this video, which is just me going through my notes. I'm not going to start doing like preaching videos on YouTube. Nah. If I go to Bible study, I may do what I just did and just take out key points, because this stuff, it may not help you, but it will help the next person or the next person, the next person. That's all that matters. I am just taking what I learned and repeating it. I'm not trying to preach to you guys. That's literally what I did. I just broke down my notes. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, need advice, if you want to talk about one of the things that I've read or whatever, please comment below. You guys already know what's going on. I'm actually at work and I need to open the store, so I'm about this bitch. Y'all seen this this thing right here, right? This is what I bought. So this is my camera, then this is the mic, and then this is the light that I'm using now. And then I also have a LCD screen that's coming in from Amazon in the next couple of, it should be here next week actually. Yeah, so I'm gonna start filming for Breathe tonight. Yeah, but like I said, guys, It's all love here. I'm just trying to teach you guys things. I do see motivational speaker in my future, but not right now. So thanks for watching this video. Please share it to people if you feel like they need to hear it. And yeah, I love you guys. Hasta la vista, baby.